So, just taking a break, working on stuff for a minute. Figured I'd go for a little stroll around the house and show you guys some of my hot rods I have sitting around and show you what a couple upcoming videos are going to be about. We'll start right here. This is a Craftsman, I think it's a DYS 4500 80-year special edition. Has a 22 horse intake and runs okay. Smokes like Cheech and Chong. The problem is the head gaskets, I believe, have gone out the same as my grandpa's and just leaking oil out like a sieve. I've got a full rebuild for that, all gaskets, new rings. Just gotta get the time to get that in the garage and get that going. And then over here is my John Deere 212 I have here. I like my scat stickers. Here's a little bit of there's a hole right there. If you guys recall, if you've seen my first video, I tore apart a John Deere 214. Well, here are the fenders. The hood's hiding over there. My plan is I'm going to take these body panels and I want to clean them up, paint them, make them look nice, and I'm going to put them onto this tractor. The only reason why I want to transfer these over is this pair of fenders. It's got some nasty rusty stuff up underneath there, and this hood's broke. I wanted the other hood's a lot better shape. So alright, let's move over to this old girl. I'm really good at telling what years things are. Nope. But this is my Sears Suburban. This is not the original hood for it, because the guy that's talking to you right now decided to cut the old one up. He had a wild idea that was really stupid. Anywho, I got a little bit of parts sitting on it, but if you can see in there, it's got wheel studs. I made custom hubs for this because this only had 3-bolt. I wanted to make them 5-bolt. I had intentions of wanting to turn this into a pulling tractor, but because some of them require full foot pegs and stuff, you can't have tires open, so your leg can't go down and get ran over. I decided I wanted to turn this into a quote-unquote weekend cruiser. But anyways, there it sits. That's on the back burner. I've had this thing for, my goodness, 6-7 years. I think longer than that. No, it's 6 years. Been slowly tinkering with it. Just haven't. Every time I want to pull it in the garage and do something, I got 15 other things that come up, because that's how that works. Anyways, behind some stuff here. Let me get that out the way. Got a Case 224 and a Case 220. So I got these both from a good friend of mine. The story on these happens to be he got them from a feller, and both tractors are missing a left front tire, except this one because it's right there. Yeah, just look through my stuffy. Well, yeah, down in there. Both spindles broke on that side. Now, as you can tell, the 220 looks pretty rough, but here's the unfortunate part. The 220 is in better mechanical shape. The 224, not so much. It was leaking oil coming off the trailer, and it hasn't ran in who knows how long. But anywho's and stuffs, what my plan is, I'm going to get this running. I'm going to take the body panels off of that, clean them up, paint them, put them on this, make one good tractor out of it. That's going to probably just end up being a parts rig. But the unique thing about that, the 224 has a starter generator. This has just a regular ring gear starter. That tractor back there, my Sears, that has an old Briggs I got from the same guy I got these tractors from that needs a starter generator. I have 2 starter generators off of Cub Cadets, and they start off the output shaft and they spin backwards from what I need. Because if you look, that starts off the flywheel side. You get in there, don't mind the giant shadow there. You can kind of see that there's the pulley. And then ironically, oh, there goes the hood. Starter generator. This starts off the flywheel side. So that's just way too convenient. So I'm going to pull that sucker off. And we're going to use that. Yeah. And hopefully I can get, two stones with one chicken. 3 stones with one, something like that. Alright, now let's get to the cool stuff. Yeah. This is an engine stand I built. It's not painted. Don't yell at me. Alright? Don't yell. It's not painted. My whole plan was, and I'm still going to do it, I actually have an engine that's going to be my first test dummy. You bolt your engine up. These are fully adjustable. You slide them where you need. Loosen these bolts up. I got bolts on the bottom, bolts on the top. Slide it where you need it. Tighten it down. You'll have your starter button, your kill switch, your choke, and I have a throttle cable that still haven't put on it yet. Down there will be a battery and a gas tank. Because I figured if I want something to catch on fire, I want to make sure it starts from there and just completely waste everything. No remnants or anything left. But anyways, yep, that's my plan for that one. Hopefully I'll get a video on that one soon. Alright, now the cool thing that I really can't wait to get working on. This right here, I bought when I was at my father-in-law's house. Yeah, that's where I was. The neighbor to that, my father-in-law, had this sitting in the backyard. Had 2 of them. This one and another Craftsman, different, a little bit newer. This one didn't run. The other one did, but the rear end was nyeh. Well, this had a 5-speed. The other one had a 6-speed. I'm like, oh, I'll swap some. No. Nope, didn't work, didn't care. Sold the other one, kept this one. Well, I put, at one time, a Predator 212 in this, full CVT. Had, as you can tell, my lovely wiring. Yeah. I had this set up, throttle cable, foot throttle, and I just made it a go-kart. It was fun. It probably did about 35, almost 40 mile an hour in about 7.6 years. But it got there. Coolest part about it is, it's got a cup holder. Yeah. But it has a straight axle in it. 4-bolt wheels. It looks kind of sad I brought it over here just to get it out from where it was sitting. But anyways, this is going to be a project that if I don't get to it within the next couple months or something, it's going to be a tear down winter project. I'll show you in a little bit the engine I have planned to put in this. I got to work on the steering and stuff though, because it's all stock, and stock kind of sucks. Alright. Well, anyways, this guy right here, look at that, huh? I want to say this is a 1974. I can't remember because, Sears, they don't just have a, here's your Sears Craftsman model this. No, you got to look up the 800,000 number long number. That makes sense, doesn't it? Anyways, I have a really good plan for this. This is going to be really cool. I've got a couple more things I need to get around to get it started, but I think you guys are really going to like what I have planned for this thing. I think it looks pretty cool. Alright, well, I used to have a golf cart sitting here, but now I just need to mow the lawn and apparently rake the leaves because it's been here for a while. My neighbor ended up taking the golf cart back. He's been busy and hasn't had time to do anything, so we just end up putting it back in his yard so I can make more cluster for mine. Here's my rototiller for my Massey and the chute for my little shredder dealio. A couple things I built for my Massey. I got a little box blade. Built it out of a Craftsman 42-inch snowplow. The only thing that's from the snowplow is the blade. Everything else is just scrap parts I had sitting around. This is one heck of a... This is massive overkill. I've tried using it once. I've got to fix it. These teeth I designed to where it would just grab right a hold of stuff and dig in. It just... It's a prototype. Okay? It's in the works. And then... You guys remember this thing. I've been getting so busy doing stuff. I just haven't had time to get this back in the garage. At least I got it closest, you know, and I'll put it right here, you know, right here. That way I'm not that far away from the garage. Well, there it sits, and I've pulled 35 things in the garage. This is my land leveler dealio. And that's fun. This thing works really good. Excuse me. I used 6-inch gas pipe, as you can see. Let me show you in the weeds. I got it sitting over here. You can kind of see it right there. A friend of mine had some pipe sitting around. Hey, you want some? Sure. So yeah, I brought that into work. A buddy of mine used the old plasma cutter, and he helped me cut it into quarters. And I'll tell you what, that works pretty good for leveling the driveway. Actually, matter of fact, where my truck's parked is... I didn't have gravel, or whatever that stuff is. It looks like crushed concrete, but I'll just call it gravel. Anyways. My son was working on his mower too. Anyways. Yep. I brought some more driveway over there so I'm not sitting in the grass. I just got to go one more spot over so my trailer doesn't sit in the grass. See what my goal is. I want to see how far I can go before my wife yells at me. I got a whole yard to go. I don't think that'll work very well. Anyways. This video will come up here before too long. Yeah, as you see, my Massey is heartless. I've had some issues with this lately. And currently the engine is under some towels because yeah, she's gutted. I had some unfortunate circumstances happen, you know, because once again, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. And here's another one. This will be my next video up. Working on this whole MTD. As you can see from the amount of tools scattered, and you probably see some hair on the ground down there from me scratching my head. It's one of them. It's been sitting for a while. Okay, we got one problem fixed. Oh, let's go to the next one. Oh, let's go to the next one. And we're 477.682 projects into it. Problems, not projects, problems. Yep. Well. Oh, hey, while I'm thinking about it, I never showed. Check this out. Alright. I'm sure you guys have heard of Ariens. This is an Ariens mower attachment. Yeah. Let me show you what it goes on. Well, we made it to the tractor barn. There's the old Cub Cadet 124 with the fancy schmancy build aluminum, clutch driver, because it's stock. Here's my quad. This thing, let me tell you, for a 4-wheel drive, even for an 850, gets with the program. But anyways, here's my Ariens snowblower. And yes, it has a Predator on it. It had an 8-horse Briggs, but the governor didn't work right. You'd go to mow in deep grass and it would just, it'd sound like Taz. Oh yeah, and here's the mower. When I was doing Pap's maintenance, this is the one I got running. I actually mow the yard with it now. I had to clean the carburetor out of it. Let's just say there was so much tar in that from sitting so long. It was just, oh, I could have painted a picture with all that. Bob Ross would have been proud. Alright, there's Pap's mower. Now, story on this, which I know I've talked about it before. 155C. It's a 1-year model number. It's all the same. It's a 100 series John Deere. Everyone knows what a 100 series is, I hope. 2006, yeah. My dad bought it for my grandpa when my mom passed away. And my grandpa used this thing as a shuttle around his yard for years. He would hang his oxygen tank off of here, drive around the yard. Well, time goes on, he passed away. My cousin got it. I got it from my cousin. And here it is. I mow my yard with it every week. Mow my neighbor's yard with it every week. Mow my other neighbor's yard with it for it every other week. Because, you know, I'm a nice guy and my neighbors are never home. And I like making all the yards look nice. Yeah. So anyways, thanks for watching. I know it wasn't a very eventful video, but I just figured I'd show you guys some of the stuff I had and some of the ideas I have going on. I mean, some of it I'm not really going to say much of yet because I can't wait to show you guys, and I'd rather surprise you. My wife will be impressed because I suck at keeping secrets. Yep. Alright. You guys have a good one. I'm sorry I keep looking off to the side. I forgot where my camera was. Alright, you guys have a good rest of your day or whatever you guys have going on, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.